am OBG, aka Old Ball Guy Gaming, and this is Solasta Crown of the Magister. So, we are playing on the backer build that was given to Kickstarter backers about 2 weeks before the full release. So, you'll be seeing this on the 27th, but I am recording it ahead of time because I have the build early and I want to get the episodes recorded so that you can watch it when you're ready to play it, when the game comes out officially. We are on version 1.0.13, which is the second backer build. There was a patch to it that added some stuff and also broke some stuff, so there will surely be another patch before we go live. We are playing on on Scavenger difficulty. That means we take full damage. The enemies have a little bit more health. They get +1 to their saving throws, +1 to their attack rolls. They use their powerful moves more often. And the big change from the normal mode to Scavenger mode is monsters will attack unconscious and dying characters to kill them, which really sucks. So that's a big deal. If you look at Authentic mode, which is what most people will play at, everything is straight up. There is no deadlier AI and there is no merciless AI. So that's a big difference. Outside of that, everything else is the same. Those are the big differences in the game modes. So, let's get to Scavenger mode here. We are going with a half-elf low-life Paladin. He will be a two-handed weapons specialist, taking all the two-handed weapon feats and stuff. He is going to use the Fire Giant Belt of Strength, Belt of Fire Giant Strength that you can get from one of the vendors. He will be using the Great Axe of Sharpness when we can make it, which is really, pretty late in the game. But there's a lot of other good two-handed weapons before that that he will be using, and of course the heaviest armor and stuff that he can have. And he will be his partner on the front line. Will be Carrie Strongwind, the Battle Cleric. She gets Fireball and Magic Missile and Acid Bolt as domain spells, and always has them available. So he will be tossing up there in a sword and board scenario. And we'll be going with Andre Whitesail, the Marsh Halfling Philosopher Rogue. He will be a range, hiding, stealthy archer type, getting his sneak attack with advantage, hopefully. We'll take him on the higher ground as well if we can, with the higher ground specialty, so he can get plus damage on the higher ground as well. And they do an insane amount of damage with those attacks. And finishing it off will be Phoebe Goldfire, the High Elf Academic Wizard. She will be coming at it as a Shock Arcanist, getting that +1 spell level on everything, so she gets an extra die on Magic Missile and on Fireball and on Cone of Cold, etc. And she's going to be in the back line, tossing out the damage as much as possible. And as a cantrip, she picked up Chill Touch to prevent healing, as well as Fireball because it's a D10 damage on attacks. So, that's where we are. I am going to run through the tutorial offline, and I will pick back up this episode with the start of the game right after the tutorials. So we will be right back. Tutorials, and we are here with Lord Karen to start the game. So...
Well, we're not here to drink ourselves to death.
Well, thank you for... Well, if you're here for Lord Karen of the Legacy Council...
And I am going to go through the conversations fairly quickly, and if you want to pause and read what they're having to say in the closed caption, feel free. But I want to keep the game moving and keep us in the action of the campaign, rather than sitting around listening to people talk. Though we will certainly make sure we get the entire story.
Then we are here at your...
Very good.
Might we ask a bit more about this question?
Well, I suppose it's better if you... What do you want to know?
We should go, don't you?
Very well. Come, gather your...
Hurry up and wait.
Alright. Lord Karen is our main contact, I guess. Whatever you want to call it in the campaign. He's kind of our liaison to the powers that be, assholes as they are. And now we're gonna go talk to the Legacy Council and get our assignment. As exciting as that may be. Come on, finish loading. Alright. That's the wrong way. You may notice there's a little dot on the screen right here. See it right there? That tells us where the quest is for this particular one. So whatever quest you're tracking, that will show you
A secret
the
tunnel?
direction.
We're onto something here.
And do not go in that secret tunnel at this point.
This place is magnificent.
That secret tunnel leads to a dude named Roderick, who had almost 100 hit points when I played against him last time. Do not go in there.
Nice gardens.
At least not at this level. Alright, there's Lord Karin.
I never thought I'd get so close to the embassies.
Look. So this...
Look.
The princess.
What's up, princess?
Wait, is she leaving?
Aww.
Apparently so.
Then
The maid who empties her chamber pot. No, we're not as important as that. Perhaps a stable boy.
If she rules the whole principality,
Lady Keen, the council's oath keeper.
Lord Karen,
Yes, milady.
are these your new
They are, milady.
Mush?
Quiet.
And I will be administering once sworn in. You will carry your every action will reflect. Now, please, do you, each and all, to carry forth our mission.
I
I
swear.
swear.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Wait, that's it?
That's all.
I suppose you imagine something more pompous.
No, I don't know.
Sorry to disappoint. So, as I'm sure you know, the count to secure the border between the principal. One of them is the former Imperial. It's held by some 50 troops under the command. He sends us weekly status. We haven't heard a word from him. Leave immediately for KLF. If Captain Henrik or anyone else, the council wants a first-hand report.
Alright,
Right.
off we go to End of the Wild Blue Yonder. So now it's going to tell us to go level up, and we're going to run all the way back to the Gravekeeper's Cask, grab a room, and level up.
Hello, what can I...
We'd like to...
Sure.
A sweet.
Oh, it's...
Alright, level up time. Paladin gains Divine Smite. You can spend a spell slot to do 2d8 additional radiant damage, plus a d8 per slot above the first, plus a d8 when hitting an undead. So, a level 2 slot will do 4d8 to an undead, and that's pretty much where all of his spellcasting is going to go, is into Divine Smite. Fighting style. So, we have defense, which gives him plus AC. We have dueling, that gives him just one melee weapon. He gets plus 2 damage rolls with the weapon. Great weapon fighting. I'm not sure if this works. Oh, it's on a damage die. Okay. Alright. I thought it was our attack die. It's going to make sure your damage is higher, and when you're rolling like a D10 or D12, it's really nice to be able to reroll those 1s and 2s. It really helps up that damage. So we're probably going to go with great weapon fighting or defense. Well, we're going to be using big weapons, and you've got a great sword right now, so I think we go with great weapon fighting. And Kari. So she has Channel Divinity, Turn Undead, Decisive Strike, which gives us a stun. And our Rogue gets Cunning Action. And Phoebe, our Wizard, gets to pick Shock Arcanist. Lore Master is tempting. Advantage to copy scrolls your spellbook is nice. Potion crafting times and cost being halved. Cost isn't a big deal because almost all of the requirements are one-ofs. So very few things require 2 or 3 or 4, so the cost isn't a big deal, but times are nice. Advantage on Arcana, History, and Investigation is also very nice, but it's just not worth giving up an extra dice on all of the boom spells. Alright, so we get to pick 2 more spells here. One of them will be... Sleep is shit, by the way. Do not ever do sleep. You get 4 dice, I think it is. I don't remember exactly how it is. Yeah, I think it's 4 dice of hit points. But, like, what is 20 hit points fall going to do? And if you hit them, they wake up. Like, it's 1 crit. It's really not worth it. The Cleric has Detect Magic. We don't need that. Featherfall is useful. And I guess Charm is somewhat useful. Thunder Wave is somewhat useful. Really, there's nothing else in here that's really any good. Hideous Laughter only attacks 1 person. Protect an ally, again protection from evil or good creatures. It's a concentration spell. I guess we go ahead and take Detect Magic just so we have a backup for it in case we need it. Alright, so let's check our spells. Focus is good. He's got Detect Magic there. He gets these for free. And that seems good. And over here, you have everything memorized except for the 2 that you don't have to memorize. So this little thing here that says Ritual means you can cast it without having to even memorize. See, if I go over here now, I can Ritual either one of these even though I didn't memorize them. So you don't need to memorize those 2, they just are things. Alright, so now let's go buy some food. Maybe I actually want to bring everybody out here to buy food. Let's go right here. Who's that? This is the lady that has the food. This also, the general store here is the best place to sell
Welcome
items. She pays the most. So.
What do you have to say? Everything.
I also that could.
And she's also principally a Mazagarth, which is the easiest one to gain ability rep with, which gives you more money when you sell things. Okay. So while we are here, let's go ahead and learn what we can of our skills. You know, you can just put this on the ground. Not need common or clothing. We can sell that. And crafting poisons. So if I use the rapier in my main hand, it's a D8 instead of a D4, which is really nice, except you only get 1 attack. Because it is not light, so you can't use it with 2 weapons. And you need to learn Crafting Scroll of Magic Missile and Potion of Healing. All these things need Galavan Amaroth, which we'll go shop over here and see if we can find any of.
Yes,
Katie wants to talk
our
to us
money,
now.
we don't have it. They all. That's why you shall need us.
Is that...
No. Did Lord?
No.
Oh,
We are grown up.
of course you are.
At least he's not another...
I'd rather visit the...
The scavengers.
So,
It's not far. I've had enough.
If there's business,
I love that she shows up to tell you. She's like, you're here? Scavengers are here. And she's like, hey, don't forget about me. I'm over here. I mean, the scavengers are a super important part of the game. But it's really funny the way that they introduce that to you. Alright. What do you got for us, Hugo? We have $49. Alright, well, we're definitely going to keep the longsword. And the javelins, all that stuff is ours to keep. Over here, we do not need the scroll of cure wounds, or the candle, or the torch. Right. Over here, we're keeping all that stuff. And over here, we're keeping all these stuff. Alright. There's some Galavan here. Let's buy as much as we can, which is all of it. And let's go talk to Annie. Annie's going to tell us about the Scavengers. Scavengers will go pick up the battlefield after you finish and bring everything back. So you don't have to loot everybody. Only what you actually want, you can leave the rest behind. Very, very nice.
Ah, you don't know.
What kind of...
Simple. In the march,
Who's captain?
you really... Anyway, you trek... Well, you're still a bit green.
Ouch!
Orcs will hurt mutton. So let's say you find just too much for you.
Oh,
So instead, then we take up, we bring it back, we move the stuff.
for a percent.
What? Not in your little back.
Alright.
Well, thank you.
Fine.
Are there other...
Annie's going to give us...
Anywhere we can set. By the way,
In what?
in getting up the outpost,
Right.
that would be a...
She
The
wants
more
us
you
to
do
set
for-
up
Oh.
in Carlem.
And I hope...
I guess we'll...
Sure.
Alright. So when we come back, this board right here will be lit up, and we can send her off to pick up stuff for us. And also, over here on the right is the generic quest, the side quest board, which we'll be able to get things from as well. So there's a thing here that has nothing of use in it. And that's our storage. And over here, we have a little bit of stuff, including another Revivify scroll. Alright. And now we are ready to go. Going right here to leave the city. Alright, a couple of things I want to fix up first. He's got this going on, but that's not how we actually want him to be set up. I'm going to give him that weapon instead. And it does a D10 with 2 hands, a D8 with 1. We're going to go ahead and keep the shield on. Plus 2 AC is really effective at this point in the game. He has 18 AC, chainmail, and plus 2 for the shield. So he has no dex bonus on chain. Is that what you're telling me? No dex bonus on chain. So we really need to get him something other than chain. This guy has 16 AC. Because he's got scale mail and plus 2 dex. Shouldn't he have a shield too, though? Oh, he's not using that. Now he has 18 AC. Okay. Got a mace and a shield, so he's got the 18 AC going on. Arrows are not something you use, so let's pass this over to the guy who does use arrows. He's got 2 daggers and a short bow. Put those arrows in the secondary slot. And let's give this to someone like you. And over here, she's got her quarterstaff and also has 2 arrows for whatever reason. Pass those over to Henry. Over to Kari, not to Kari, sorry. To the rogue. Andre. Alright. So everybody is in their particular setups that we want. He does want the javelins as offhand for now. We do want to get him a bow of some kind, because the javelins do not last long. At all. She's got that. He's got that. She's got that. We're good. Let's get on the road! We'll get to the travel screen. Travel's kind of interesting in this game. So, overland travel is going to take us 3 days, 2 long rests. We have a decent amount of food right now. We have no way to make food. At level 5, we will get the level 3 cleric spells, which we'll get create food for, and that'll give us a way to get food. Every time you start your first travel, you will get a bandit surprise encounter. So don't be surprised by it. Surprise encounter. Surprise. It's a scripted event. You always get it. After that, everything else is random for surprise, etc. They're just trying to teach you how surprise works here. It's kind of a mini tutorial. Real good on initiative.
Yeah.
Alright. We're starting off with Kari. Got a bandit here, and a bandit here. Sorry about that. So, when you are doing the short rest, when you're doing a long rest and you get surprised like this, you're going to finish your rest after the fight's over, so you might as well use all of your spells. Kill this guy, or don't. How about a second try? Oh! That one worked. And the wizard.
Another victory!
Some good rolls there, Gut, buddy. A 2, a 3, and a 4. I like it. Alright, here comes the bandit this way, and there's a highwayman over here that's also going to come up. Alright. I think we do the highwayman next. Or not.
Come on, you can do better.
He has no spells to cast. And Kari. And you, my friend, are gonna go right here. Yeah, you missed me. Highwayman's vicious. A lot of hit points. Not as many as you used to have, but you know, whatever. Phoebe, can you finish that guy off?
Victory is
You
mine!
only needed half of those. Miss. And that'll be it for you, buddy. Alright. Easy win. Let's see what they got in their bags. Wish there was an auto loot for money. Scroll of Flaming Spear, which we will give to Phoebe. Andre, hold on to that stuff. Volcus, hold on to the food. Alright, so there's some leather armor here, which we don't super need. Scimitars, a light crossbow, which Volcus needs. Chainmail, which is AC 16, which we don't need as well. There's a greatsword, which Volcus wants. And the rest of it we can leave on the ground. Alright. So, let's go over here to Volcus. He wants this. Greatsword. Greatsword is great with that reroll because it does 2d6 damage. So that means that any 1s or 2s on either one of the d6s will be rerolled for damage. So it's going to do way above normal average damage. And we'll give him that as well. And then you have crossbow bolts, so we need to split those. And double click splits items. So we'll give you 10, and we'll give you 10. Okay. No, don't split them again. I actually wanted to equip that. Alright. And you picked up that for crafting. Let's get to crafting. So, over here on crafting, we bought some stuff. So he is not proficient in anything at all. Focus is not, which is fine. Carrie can make potions of healing. And Andre can make potions of healing. He also can do smithing as well as poisoning if he ever gets those kits. And over here, we are now out of Angry Violet, so we can't do any more herbs. And that's it. Okay. We finish our long rest and get on the way to Carlin. Alright, we got some extra potions of healing finished. Alright, we are here at our first real quest, Carlim. The outpost that's apparently burning, if you notice the picture here. It has seen better days. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
So, that's Kerlem?
We're almost there. It's just up the hill. It's a little too quiet, don't you think? We're in the marches. So quiet can't be trusted. True. Let's keep our eyes open.
Alright. And let's go cautious. Sneak up here. I see barricades. Barricades mean bad guys.
What's that smell?
Stinky bad guys. Alright, I see a goblin right there. Let's get to about here. Pause. Andre. Can you hit that guy? Can now. Alright, you got 6 guys to kill here. Andre took care of that guy. Let's get you up to here. Surprise rounds are super helpful, by the way. Always try to get surprised if you can. Alright, Volcarus. You're gonna be discovered when you get here, but that's what you're doing. You shoot him first, but then you'll be discovered. That's a big hit. 19s.
Clumsy idiot!
Yeah, we knew you were gonna be found. You're wearing fucking chainmail. Like, don't act like they couldn't see you. Kari, do something similar. Switch. And shoot. We'll pass on that. And if they die, they will not discover you no matter what they needed to roll. So, Phoebe is going to come up here and ready a cantrip for Firebolt cantrip. Alright. So that looks like 3/4 shield. I can't really tell. I think it's 3/4 though. And ready. Range attack. Alright, here comes one. Gonna shoot somebody. You shot Volcus for 3.
Can't say I'm surprised.
There goes 1. Oh, that was a miss. 3. Alright, Volcus, switch back. Kill this guy.
Whoa-ho!
Or don't is also fine. Comes another one. What happened to Andre's ready action? Is it broken? Alright, get in here. Yes, please.
I am unbeatable.
That one's dead. And Phoebe. Take this guy out. Alright, only 2 left. There's one way up there. Got a long way to go, buddy. Alright. So, Andre, anywhere you can go to hide. Right here? So you have to break line of sight to hide. Then you can cunning action hide, and then step back into the point where you can see them again. And
Of
shoot them.
course you've been detected.
Advantage, but apparently I didn't do it right. It's a good miss. Alright, Volcus is not going to make it up to the top of that hill. But he definitely can go here and switch back to that bow, or that light crossbow actually, and shoot and miss. And Kari has a lot more movement than Volcus did. And she is going to cast Guiding Bolt. So it does 4d6 radiant damage. Has to be hit. And then it also gives advantage against whoever attacks them. The problem is that the hit chance on these is not great. I don't know what it uses for attack die.
You cannot
Plus
defeat
6,
me.
that was pretty good actually. I didn't think it was quite that much for her pluses. And Phoebe.
That one didn't
Alright.
even fight back.
Easy game.
Where did those goblins come from?
Some hole in the mountain, I guess.
Alright, you got scimitars, short bows, grab the rations, and leave everything else. Alright. Tracks going this way. Let's go ahead and take a short rest. I don't think anybody took any damage, but you will get your Channel Divinity back when you take a short rest, and that's super helpful for Kari. You can also do Arcane Recovery and get hit points back. I'll go ahead and do the Arcane Recovery as well, since she did use her spells. Alright. Into the
Kneel
lair
now.
of
Right.
filth. So we're gonna put our cut in right here, and when we
Damn.
return,
We should be cautious from now on.
we will do the lair of filth. Thank you very much, everyone. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy this series. I'm super excited about it. I really enjoy this game. I really enjoy D&D, and this is a really good replication of D&D. So I'm really excited about how this plays out. So I hope you do enjoy it as much as I do, and we'll be back with the next episode. Thank you very much. OBG out.